Hey, so I am Pastor Sam Rambo, playing as Pastor James Manhattan, just because, just for fun of it. No, don't come in yet.
Give me a countdown.
Okay. Dang. Okay. I'm just gonna introduce myself, and then I'm gonna introduce the patient coming in, and then I'll say, "Hi, how you doing?" Come in. All right. So I am playing as Pastor James Manhattan, and I have a person at my church. His name is Dean Matthews. Shout out to Matt Dean, our friend. And he has a troubled past, and he's coming in to talk to his pastor. And I'm going to be doing cognitive therapy on him. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hey, how you doing, Dean?
How you doing today, Mr. Manhattan?
I'm doing good.
You
Doing
look good, man. You look good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So, you emailed me the other day asking to meet. So, what's going on?
Well, I just wanna. I'm having a little trouble right now with my folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if you've never met them. I don't think because they don't come to your church very often. Maybe. Wait a minute, they were at that luncheon, but
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought I saw your parents.
did you introduce them? Because they didn't seem.
They were walking by, and I thought you looked like, and then you went in their car with them. So,
Yeah.
I just kind of put two and two together, but I didn't actually get to say hi. But anyways, yeah. Tell me about your parents.
Well, I've been going to church a lot alone lately, but
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
the thing is that my dad is kind of going through a crisis right now.
Okay.
He just lost his job.
Mm-hmm.
He was working he was a very good working at a law firm for a while. I mean, it was a very very successful job, and the thing was that he just enjoyed so much of this job that all of a sudden he had a bad case and they cut ties with him.
Oh no.
So then all of a sudden he starts coming home and he's the first thing he wants to do is that he wants to come in and just yell at me because as soon as I get home from school, the first thing he wants to do is just take it out on somebody. Well, I happen to be the first one of his targets, so
yeah.
And then my mom comes home and then he starts taking it out on her.
Okay, so you're home first. Okay, so your job gets over and then you come home.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so you're already in the house. He comes and starts. Is it just yelling, or is anything physical happening, or is it?
Wednesday he came up and he grabbed me by the arm pretty hard, and he was literally in my face as he was yelling at me, so I could almost taste the spit he was coming at me. It wasn't very pretty.
Yeah, that's hard.
The other day I tried to mention to him that you really should try to turn to God on this, and maybe he'll help you out. But he cursed me out and said, "Why would you want to be around those Bible thumpers?"
Yeah.
And it hurt me a little. It hurt me because I've been doing this for 2 months, trying to fix me too, and then I come home and the first thing he wants to do is yell at me.
Yeah. So, tell me about your personal life. So you have a job.
Mm-hmm.
What's your job?
Right now I'm working at a Best Buy right now just to make ends meet.
Okay.
How's that going? It's going good. I just got myself a good promotion to assistant manager, so things are starting to look up a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy being able to talk to customers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And usually after a long day at work, sometimes I meet up with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we just sit there and talk. But unfortunately, since this whole thing with my parents has popped up, as she can tell, it's been affecting me. She actually brought it up to me and said, "You don't seem like yourself." And I just said, "What do you mean?" I'm afraid to express it to her what's going on in my household.
Well, she's there.
But I'm embarrassed a little bit.
So you feel like it's wrong for you to talk to your mom about your dad?
Yeah, and my girlfriend for that matter. It's like I hate looking weak.
Yeah.
because I have to be strong. I've always been
What do
taught to
you-
be strong.
What do you do to be stronger?
I usually just throw it behind me and just say, keep moving forward, Dean.
Are you taking anything or?
No, but I got one of the guys at work offered me a couple of his sedatives,
Okay.
and at first I rejected it, but since the more the yelling has gotten up, I
Yeah.
started to dip a little bit.
Sure. So when do you think this all started
This
with
all,
your dad? Was it your dad getting off on the case, or was it before that? Like, how was growing up? Like, was it always this way?
Growing up, we just didn't have much of a relation. I just didn't really have much of a relationship with him. He was always working and
Sure.
working on his cases, and then every time he would come home late some nights, and it'd be like 9 o'clock almost. So I was practically in bed when I was a kid already, and then,
Yeah.
and then as soon as I would get up the next morning, he would already be at work. And so I would only get to see him on weekends.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I would always go up to my mom and just ask her, just say, "When's Dad? When can I see Dad?" And she said, "He'll be home. You just gotta be patient, Dean.
Yeah.
He'll be here."
Right.
Of course, when he got his promotion, and I started seeing him more, but
Sure.
I didn't know him.
Yeah. Did you do any sports growing up and he like didn't come to your games? Like, was that pretty common?
Yeah, I played baseball.
Okay.
So
What position?
I was a shortstop.
Hey, I play shortstop. Okay.
Yeah, so I played shortstop, and I
Mhm.
was, and I even got a nice little award for it.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I was defensive MVP for my team awards.
Good work. Congratulations. Yeah.
But the one thing that I always kept on noticing was that he was never there to see it.
Was your mom there?
She was there. She was there half the time.
Sure.
She was always trying to do what she could to get there, but she would have her own trouble at work.
Yeah. What does she do?
She worked at a she actually does a lot of physical stuff. She worked at a mailing company for a while.
Okay.
And she always, and there would be a backup at work, and
Yeah.
suddenly she would have to work extra hours. She would
Yeah.
struggle so vitally with that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, when the days they were able to get done earlier than everything else,
Yeah.
she was able to come to my games.
Yeah. Okay. So, growing up, was your dad verbally abusive to you, like in your earliest memories? So, like in your earliest memories of you and your dad talking, you said like, "Hey, it didn't happen that often, but you still talked."
Yeah.
Right? Every once in a while.
Every
Weekends,
once in a
you
while.
said.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it positive? Was it negative? Because like, for the most part, like parents try to keep their work stuff to themselves. Well, as a kid gets older, you feel like you can talk to them more about work and feelings like that. So, yeah, was it bad growing up with him? Like, was it abusive growing up?
In some ways, yes.
Okay.
My dad is he's a very, I like to say he's a very narcissistic person.
Sure.
He loves to gloat about how successful
Okay.
he is, and then when he doesn't see me going out and succeeding in something, he has a tendency to pound me down a little bit more and saying, "You're not going to amount to anything if
Sure,
you don't pick
sure.
this up." And then when I do succeed in something, he's not there to see it.
Okay, so you're in here today to find peace.
Yeah.
Okay, so inner peace. Yeah, because like when you're having a rough relationship with somebody else, it's a two-way street. But for you, your emotional life, it's a one-way street.
Mhm.
Right. How do you think about yourself? So, what do you believe about your dad? Do you believe that they're just the kind of guy he is? Do you believe, like, what do you believe about your dad?
I think I really am trying to believe that he is a good man.
Yeah.
Because of what he does in his job.
Yeah.
But when I see him come down and be more personable,
Yeah.
he's not a
Screen went dark.
He's not a very nice person.
Right.
And I still, I mean, I've been reading my Bible a lot more lately, and it just says that you have to honor your mother and your father.
Yeah, those are tough passages.
Yeah, and I want to honor them so much, but
Okay.
I don't know how.
So how do you feel after those beliefs? Oh, well, before that, what do you believe about yourself?
I believe that I believe deep down there's like a battle going on inside.
Yeah, do you believe that you're a good person? Do you believe that you have value?
I don't know. I think I'm a good person, but but then all of a sudden when I'm not honoring my parents, I don't feel like a good person.
Yeah, but it's hard to honor your parents because they're tough to deal with.
Yeah.
And abusive. Yeah, absolutely. So, what do you feel after that?
I feel sort of empty.
Do you feel like it's a despairing empty?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a void?
I want to do what I can to honor God is my goal here.
Yeah.
I want to honor God and do whatever I can to just build him up and just let him know that I thank him every day for what I have been blessed with.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's this one little thing that keeps on dragging me down.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I feel deep down that I truly believe I'm a good person.
Okay.
But there's always some scar tissue.
Sure. So is it really empty, or is that just an aspect of it?
It might be just an aspect. Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
Sure. So what do you do? So like, do you ever sit yourself down and go like, is life really empty? Am I really empty? Am I actually good? Because like, we have to dispute these irrational thoughts.
Yeah.
Life isn't empty. You're not empty as a person. You might feel empty, but it's not true, right? Because you have substance. You have things in you, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So do you dispute those thoughts? Like, do you sit down and say like, hey, we gotta fix this. Like, this isn't true. Like, the Bible says that I have value, and in Romans it says that He died for us. Now, let me ask you a question. Would God die for something worthless?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so you have worth, right?
Yeah.
You're sinful, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm
sinful too. But it says in the Bible that Jesus gave himself up for the sinners. It also says, very few times will anyone ever die for a righteous man. Very few will die for a good man. But Jesus died for the sinners. So we do have value. Just because of that fact. Jesus died for you as a person. Right?
Yeah.
So that should give you hope. There's somebody pulling for me. Somebody who did the work before me. Just let that wash over you. Just like, let's just like think about that. Just close your eyes and just kind of like let that soak into your soul. Jesus, you came for us. And you seep down in us. God, you see us in our sin and you see us in our brokenness, but you don't see that. God, you see your Son, Jesus Christ, in us. And we thank you for that. We just want to let that just seep in. Yeah, Dean, just let that just seep into your mind and your thoughts. I'm valued because of God and what He's done.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Is there any chance we can try this again one day?
Yeah, next week is pretty packed, being Easter, honestly. So, yeah. The week after there's still some cleanup stuff. If you'd like to come and help us clean up, that'd be awesome.
I would love to.
Awesome, sweet.
You want me to invite my folks?
Absolutely, yeah. Come in here.
There we go.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor, so much.
Absolutely.
This was I really needed this. Just somebody to talk to. He's fixed! Yes!
Okay. Yeah, so
How long was that?
I didn't stop it yet.
Oh.
It's still going. It's gold. I hope you like it, Barry. Because we had fun doing it. From James Manhattan and
Dean Matthews. Matt Dean, we love you, man.
Barry, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play this in class, here's to you guys.
Stay classy, Trinity.
Stay classy.